Hi, in this tutorial it's an extra tutorial. I will explain how to um, complete the menu button section using our events list option. This is related more to the tutorial I added about events list and how we can use the event list in many different places, not only related to the product option, which you buy and you store it in a relating the product to the my cart, but also adding it to other places where it may be interesting to control and control our app using some kind of buttons themselves. Okay, so you'll see that in the menu option, in the menu component, the menu that I created, I added these three buttons. Okay, home, shop, and about us. Okay, these are related to these three functions which I defined. I created them in the me menu here in the methods. I created these three functions will be executed each time I press one of those buttons. If I press home, I will execute home function. If I press shop, I will execute shop function. If I press about us, it will execute about function. Okay, so this function will be executed. And what is the next the following step I'm doing right now here? What I'm doing is, because menu can be, because we can have multiple components around our app that can be affected by the menu. Okay, and for example, if I want to show the home section, I may want to hide some components and show another. If I show the shop section, I'm interested in showing different parts of our webpage. What I did is connect these buttons to the events list and emit an event each time one of those buttons is pressed. So I created the event home button event with the name home button event, with the name shop button event, and with the name about button event. And I'm emitting it to all the app, doing this line here. This means that first I had to import it here, okay? The events list as the class itself, the object is necessary to emit. The following thing is execute the emit function. Okay, remember the emit function emits an event to all the app. It sends this event to everyone with the name of the event here. And because I'm not really interested in sending any kind of object with it or parameter or attribute, I just leave it empty with an empty string. Now you can always put here information if you feel like it's important for you to control your app in the reception, right? But for now, using only the name is enough for me. Okay, so these buttons emit events. Now I'm going to show you where I receive the events. Where should I listen to those events so it affects my app? And the place I'm controlling it, it's only one place for now. You can add it in other places as well. But for now, I just added it to the intro section. Okay. In my intro, which is in my component tree, it is the root of the tree after the app view component. Okay. Here in the intro, we'll have the most basic of visual elements: the home section, the shop section, and the about us section. Because it is the one who englobes, who includes all the web page, that's the place I want to add the menu control. But you can add it in any other places as well. You can make for example, the login register to change if you press shop. Maybe you're interested in showing, when you press shop, you just show the cart. If you have in the home section, you show the user profile. You can add these events anywhere you want. Okay. Now, specifically, what I did is when you create first I imported the event list object. Okay, I have to import it if I want to use it, and then in the created, when I create this component, the intro, when the intro component is created, I register three different functions to listen to those events, which are exactly the same names as you can remember from here: home button event, shop button event. So each time that event is released to the wild, released to the web page, the places where you listen to, where you are subscribed to, will execute a certain function. In this case, the intro. In the intro component, I will execute the menu home event received, this function here. When he detects this event was executed. will execute this line, this function here, this one here, when it detects that this was executed, and will execute this here when it detects this was executed. So I can add as many options as I want. Remember, this is open for development. But what I did here is simply detect when the menu component, when the user presses a button in the menu component, and add and create some kind of a relation between the intro and the menu, so it affects the intro component each time you press the menu, but a button in the menu section, in the menu component. Okay. So what I did is change the state. I created a small variable which will contain the state of the intro component. For now, I only have 3 different states, 0, 1, or 2. This variable is a number, okay? The state 0 is, I can put a comment saying 0 equals to home section state, okay? 1 equals to shop state, section state. And 2 equals to about us section state. Okay. You have to remember that we're doing all this because we don't have multiple web pages. This is a single page app, and because it's a single page app, we cannot send a link the button to different page. We have to do this. There is no other way. Okay. Now the change in state will affect the visual section, and it will affect it in the following way. If the variable state is equal to 0, it will show this. If the variable state is equal to 1, it will show this. And if the variable state is equal to 2, it will show this. And this is made on purpose, so when the state value changes, it will show different things. Okay? And these changes can only happen if these functions are executed. And these functions can only happen if these events are executed. And these events can only happen if these buttons are executed. And these buttons can only happen if the user presses on one of these. As you can see, it's a complete chain reaction. If I go back to my code, you will see that I have the buttons here. This is the menu. If I press home, it shows home section. If I press shop, it shows shop section and the products. If I press about, it shows the about section. And that is how we connected everything. We have all connected. The menu component has the buttons execute the functions each one emits a different event, the intro component receives those events and execute the corresponding function, here the local ones, which change the number of the state, and the states, by changing the number of the state, it affects the HTML section by showing either this, or this. And this is how we completed the menu option, and it is how you will have to add the menu functions, the menu events control to the complete app. And that's it.